Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Alright, today we're here for the Woman King. The Woman King. Alright, some persons have a problem with the name of this movie. Like, the Woman King. A woman can be a queen alone. Why will a woman be the queen, a king? Like, what's wrong with these people? Why would they pick a name like this? Why is she called the Woman King? When you watch the movie, maybe you get to understand at the end of the movie, or while the movie is still progressing, why this movie is called the Woman King. So if you think there's a problem with the name, leave your comments there at the section below. So we're here to just pick out some little things about this movie and talk about it. Personally, I do not have a problem with it. I like the vibe, I like the energy, I like the whole, the whole atmosphere of the movie, the portraying of strength, the showcase of strength and the rest of them. And for the fact that lovely Boyega was there, it's something that I'm happy about. At least he's always there to promote Africa, he's always there to promote his origin, and I think it's okay. Now we have likes of Viola, right? The actors, most of them, we are aware of them. We have, Viola Davis. She is the main lead of the movie. And then we have people like, we have a Nigerian also there. I'm going to leave the name and the picture there at the screen. And a lot of them were there. Now, personally, like I said, I don't really have problems with this movie, but I think there are some things that caught my attention that I think we should talk about here, and I think a lot of us Africans are asking these questions, and let's get right into it. Now we're talking about the kingdom of Dahomey. The movie is all about the kingdom called Dahomey, and this might ring bells in our heads because if you're a Nigerian, if you are African and you're conversant with the slave trade story, you get to know the kingdom of Dahomey. Now this was a kingdom that was into brutal slavery, and they also practiced human sacrificing until they were conquered and forced to stop slavery by the Europeans, I think the French in particular, which they went into wars and a lot of them were killed, and that was how they were suppressed. Now this kingdom is all about slave trading, human sacrificing, brutality, right? And when you watch the movie and you listen to you read history, it's quite two different things. I don't know if you get or you understand me. You can leave your thoughts there at the section below, because it's like quite opposite, or quite a very distant photocopy of the real thing. But they say it's based on history. I know, right? There are lots of historical movies that are not 100% accurate the way it was, but to some point you could understand, you could get the picture of the whole thing. But I think they are a bit off on this one. Now, the reason why it's like that, we'll get to know as we proceed, right? Now, this kingdom, when I was doing this video about the transatlantic slave trading, I said a lot of things. This idea of indigenous slave trading, they've been saying it, that we should go back to our ancestors and ask them, because they were the ones that were selling us to the Europeans. Now, this kingdom of Dahomey, this is what they were into. They were into this, they were conquered slave traders. They capture Africans, they sell them to Europeans in exchange for alcohol, in exchange for what have you, a lot of things like that. You can name them at the section below. These are what they were doing. And they were also into human sacrificing. Like, when they go for war, apart from the human sacrificing, when they go for war, brutality. When they go for war with another clan or another with their enemy and they defeat them, they can easily cut off their heads. It is so disgusting. Pull off their head and their genitals and come back with it and celebrate. That kind of they just go into like savages, they're more into savagery and the rest of them. So it's not a good picture. Like I said earlier, now I like the energy, I like the whole vibe that Viola portrayed, and Boyega being the king. But one of the issue that I have is the fact that this movie was produced by non-African. You know, how can you tell a story when you are not even into the story? Like, how can you go to a place and tell them their history when you are not from there? I think this is the one of the reasons why this movie is not really the picture of what really happened in history. Now, it's either maybe it's really out of ignorance or they did it deliberately. Now, if this was done deliberately, then there should be an agenda. Now, what is that message they are passing? Why are they rubbing it in our faces again that we were the ones that were savages to ourselves? We were the ones that was brutal to ourselves. Now, I don't know, is this the only history in Africa that can be acted? This is another question, right? Why this story of the Dahomey? Although it's quite enlightening, a lot of persons will get to know about that they'll get to know about their history, and they'll get to know that there is a kingdom called Dahomey, and this is what was happening and the rest. But to some point, those that do not really read the history about this kingdom will get a total different idea. So, like a lot of persons are saying, a lot of persons are trying to air their views that this movie is a complete rewriting of what really happened in history, and that makes this movie a disaster. What are your thoughts? What is your stance? What are your... You can leave your comments and thought there at the section. I think I still stand on the fact that this is a strategy to remind us. A strategy to remind us that we were the ones that sold ourselves out. To me, I think this is just the message. Africans, go back to your roots. Recheck yourself. You were the ones that were brutal. You were accusing us of being brutal towards you. You were accusing us of buying you as if you were not humans. But go back and check your history. And I don't know why they pick these actors and actresses. I do not know why. Boyega, Kilode, oh, Guinea, Miyasa. I don't know why they pick Boyega and these African actors to act this movie. Anyway, they might have their own reasons and the rest of them. That's why I said we should interact, right? We should interact. Throw more light. Let me understand, right? Prove me wrong with whatever I say here that is not right. Prove me wrong, and let's keep discussing in the section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Do hit the subscribe button to be part of the family, and the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. Love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive. Bye.